Today is another day.
I'm telling you, I'm excited.
Have you ever wondered why is it that prayers tarry? You pray for a long time, you don't get answers. I have answers for you.
Amen.
Let me tell you something. You do not need to panic about whatsoever you're pursuing. You know the reason? Because I have sat down to think about things. I wasn't paid for it. It didn't pay me anything. It led to me having headache, panic attack, anxiety. I didn't learn anything from it. I have not learned anything from being broke. I have not learned anything from being sick. Some people think that you learn something by being sick or by being broke. You learn to be humble. I don't want that kind of humility or meekness. Let's go back to what we are doing tonight. Why is it that prayer tarries? You pray a long time, you don't get answers. God has sent me into your life and family today to tell you why. And this is just among some other reasons, but these are the biggies. These are the big ones. My name is Idika Imeri, and thank you for coming to our program for tonight. Today is your day, and I'm very happy about it. Because today surely is your day. It is today that God is going to solve that problem of why you've been praying and you are now panicking, you are now frightened, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Because God is saying, who made tomorrow? Who made today? Who made yesterday?
Amen.
Who made you?
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
So listen very carefully to this. Number one, we human beings, when we want to go to school, we are so excited. Mommy bought us our little bags for the girls, and for the boys, their school bags. And nowadays, both boys and girls, they carry their backpack on their back. It's a culture of America that has spread throughout the entire world, culture of Western tradition. We are so happy to go to college. We are so happy to go to high school, elementary, kindergarten. But there is something about us humans. When once you graduate, you get your certificate, you get your diploma, you are now a graduate. You now finish high school, you now finish your baccalaureate, master's, PhD, or one professional or technical or vocational training or another. We begin to take that paper lightly. We get married. We take that marriage lightly. We don't want to protect it. We don't want to protect the education that we've had. We give birth to children after rejoicing that the baby has come out normal. The baby is not deaf and dumb, not lame and blind, not dumb, not stuttering in their speech. They are normal. After a while, you find yourself cursing that baby. You start regretting having that baby. Same thing in marriage. Even though the marriage is going good, everything is fine, we will find way to find fault with it. And that thing is sabotage. It's like what we do. I use American government to show you example of why God do not want to get involved with human complication, because we are too complicated. Lucifer and demons and aliens and mermaids are not complicated. Fairies and dragons and vampires are not complicated. Witches are not complicated. Demons ain't complicated. It's we humans who are complicated. You've been praying for money. God, give me money. I need $1 million. I need to buy this car. I need to buy that house. I need to buy houses for rent. I need to start that business. I need to, oh God, give me a job. When once you get the job, they tell you you're making $100 an hour. After 2 weeks, you start complaining. But the former job you were making $10 an hour. Now you're making $100 an hour. Now you're complaining. By the time you know it, you start wagging your mouth all over the place like a dog wagging his tail. And by the time you know it, you lose the job. There are two things that if you do, God will give you anything you want sooner or later, and quickly too. And quickly too. And that is, if you will show that you are going to appreciate that thing for a long time, and it's not going to be like a Barbie or like a truck you bought for your little boy, or a Barbie or something else you bought for the girls. Because nowadays girls too want to experiment with what boys are doing. Because we buy boys professional gadgets. We buy girls things that will make them to be housewives. Those days are over. After 2-3 days, you see their toys under their bed. They've gone to retirement under the bed. And now they are looking for new toys. They are crying for new ones. They can't clean the old ones. Toy mentality syndrome. And there is nothing that makes God to tarry, delay our prayers like a toy mentality syndrome. You enjoy that thing and celebrate that thing for a little bit, and that's the end of it. You do that job for a little bit, and you are tired, you're already stressed, you're done, and you start wanting another one. Why couldn't you stay in that one and get all the benefit in it? You think always the new thing is better than the old one. God is waiting to see how intense is your level of appreciation. God wants to see how intense and excited you are. How excited are you over what God has given to you before? Many of you were praying. You went to tarry night. Many of you tarried all night praying and seeking God's face so that you can find somebody who will bring you to Europe, or who will bring you to Canada or to America, or to other, or maybe Japan. At least some countries that are really first-class countries. You prayed, you fasted, you gave money, you spent, you borrowed money, you did everything. And now you're in that country. Now you are lazy. Now you fail to find opportunities. Now you don't want to have a job. Now you become like ghetto. And you're asking, you're praying and looking for money, whereas money is all over. And you forgot about the suffering that you put up. The prayers you put up. You paid people to pray for you. You paid people to fast for you. And yet, when you got to Europe, when you got to Canada, when you got to America, all you are doing is eating. You are eating 24/7. Drinking, eating, drinking, eating, having sex, and that's it. And you promise God at his altar in your country that when you come here, you're going to do everything to be a multimillionaire. Every good thing, every legal thing. How long was your appreciation for migrating to another country? Very little. And soon you start to find fault with America. You start to find fault with Switzerland, Norway, Holland, Denmark. You start to find fault with the people who have been there before you came. They are now stupid and dummies and idiots. Your level of appreciation, your level of excitement is very little. And that's why God doesn't want to be involved with you. Because let me tell you something. God, do you know that the day you were born again, God is still celebrating your being born again Every single day, God is still throwing a party before the congregation of heaven, before the government of heaven, before the people of heaven, with his angels. He's still throwing a party that now you are his. And yours, you don't have no more party to celebrate about that you're a child of God, about that you are a woman. Some of you are wishing, I wish I'm a man. Others are wishing, I wish I'm a woman. You are not even satisfied with your gender. Others, I wish that I have a boys. All these girls. Hey, my husband will not love me. Really? My husband people will not appreciate me. Really? And you start to regret that you got pregnant. And you have girls instead of boys. I have twin daughters. I didn't want no son. There's a reason why I don't need no sons. Because I saw something. And that pained me. I saw what was done to the girls. I say, I need girls. And I had a dream in 1989. No, in 1988. When I finished seminary. And I entered into the order of those that are what we will call the diaconate. Before you go into the ministry of the word and sacrament. And I had a dream of a woman bringing me twin daughters. And when I came to America, I got the twin daughters. When I see it, I get it.
Amen.
And I appreciate what I got. Others, I wish I'm not this. I wish I went and studied political science. I wish I'm a banker. I wish I'm a lawyer. I wish I went into education. I wish I went into this. Really? Have you asked God to anoint what you studied? Have you asked God to anoint who you are? Have you asked God to anoint what you are trained to do? There are lawyers who are broke lawyers, broke as lawyers, doctors who are broke as doctors, politicians who don't even know who they are, totally confused. Bloody liars, idiots of the highest kind. You wish you were a pastor because it's easy to talk to people and make money. They are broke as pastors all over the place, begging. Charity work now is international begging. Internationalbeggingorganization.com. Yep. What is your level of excitement? How high is the intensity of your appreciation over who you are, over your color, over your education or non-education? I have seen women who never went to school. They can't read and write, and yet they are managers of top-class businesses. They are billionaires and millionaires. Why? They carry with them appreciation. They carry with them excitement. And they appreciate the experience they've gained in life and they put it to work. That's number one. Number two, are you willing to protect who you are? Are you willing to protect what you got? Are you willing to protect what you've worked hard to get? Are you willing to protect your God? Are you willing to protect his name? Are you willing to protect what he has given to you? Throughout, since you were a baby up till now, can you protect it? Are you excited about it? Do you have high appreciation for it? Many of you are not happy about your family. Do you think I'm happy about mine? No way. My father's family don't exist anymore. My mother's family, I don't know who the hell they are. But I appreciate them and let them stay there from afar. I love them from afar and appreciate them from afar. God bless all of you from afar. And I'm moving on because he said to me, move on. There are families that you are going, God will tell you specifically, take them and go on your journey. Others do not. You take your family, you're finished. You'll never amount to anything. Because the devil uses weak people to destroy your life. To betray you and to sell you out. when people are envious, jealous about you, they'll find a way to poison you, to kill you, to eliminate you, to delay you, or to cripple you. Go and see what Abraham suffered because he wanted to be a good uncle. He took Lot with him. Go and see the problem Lot put him. How excited are you about life? How appreciative are you about life? Many of you are praying that you will die. Many of you are praying that you will leave this world. Things are so bad with you. And I'm speaking to those of you of African American community. Let me talk to you now. Some of you from the Mexican communities, Hispanic. Some of you from the Caribbeans. Wherever you have African descendants, I'm talking to you. Many of you are regretting. You're following reggae music. Oh, they sold us as slaves. Well, it happened in the past. I don't want to be part of the past. What is important is I'm now here. Nobody owe me anything. My father and my mother do not owe me anything. They didn't leave me anything. My mother is still alive. My father did not leave me anything. His people did not leave me anything. My mother's people did not leave me anything, not even a button. I didn't come to America with a button. I did not leave home at the age of 14 with a button or a pin or a shoestring. They don't owe me nothing. I don't need nothing from them. America doesn't owe me anything. African American, Spanish American, European American, Jewish American, Middle Eastern American, Asian American, West Indies American or Caribbean American, they don't owe me nothing. Why? Because everything I need is in me. And what is not in me, what is in me will connect with wherever it is and I'll get it. Nobody owe me anything. What is important is not how I was born, where I was born, or how I was born. That's not important, or the culture that I come from. What is important is I am now here in this physical planet, and what I'm able to do with it is what matters than anything else.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Amen. Amen. Amen.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested how behind my back somebody that I love went ahead and divorced me. I'm not interested in that. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I am now here.
Whoa! Amen!
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I'm not interested in how many men came to you and left you. How many men or women you've slept with. It's not my business. What is important to me is that you are now here. I'm not interested in how many of your children came from Mr. Brown, Mr. James, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Tom, Mr. Biden, Mr. Trump, Mr. Obama, Mr. Jimmy Carter. I'm using all these names to play around. I don't care how many men you got your babies from. What is important is the babies are now here. You are now here. I am now here. That is what is important.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Hallelujah.
I'm now here.
I'm now here.
I am now here. Yep. I am now here.
Dumb people cannot win. We are going to the second segment of this. Dumb people cannot win. Dumb people. We are not talking of people who cannot speak. We are talking of ignorant, stupid people. Fools cannot win. In America, we call idiots. We call them dumb. That's how America say it. We cut it short. They are dumb. Let me share something you need to know. Ruth went back from Moab to Bethlehem with Naomi. They did not sit back and cry and get sick and have mental issues. Naomi was already entering into the territory of mental people, and Ruth said, you are not going there. As long as I'm alive, I will use love and cure you of all your problems. I'm going to sacrifice myself to make sure that you're a happy woman, and she did. She wasn't dumb. She knew what she wanted in order to heal her mother-in-law and make her mother-in-law happy. Because those whom we think are dead are watching to see how you are going to protect their memory, how you are going to protect what they've given to you, what they left behind for you. Dumb people do not win. Joseph spoke to the butler and to the baker, speak on my behalf. Speak on my behalf to Pharaoh. Hannah didn't keep quiet. She wasn't a dummy. She said, husband, I know you love me, but there's something bigger than the love you have for me, and I must get it. Samuel kept crying over the stupidity of King Saul, and God said, hey, stop it. Stand up. It's no longer important. He did not appreciate the kingdom. He didn't appreciate the throne. Go and anoint for me somebody who has the gifts of appreciation and the protection of the anointing. Ruth appreciated what is in Naomi. Ruth appreciated the mother-in-law. Ruth saw the future. And she was willing to protect Naomi. And she got everything that she ever wanted in life. Joseph wanted desperately to work for the king so that his gift will no longer be for idiots. His gift will be for honorable people who will honor him. He got it.
Amen.
Amen.
How intense is your ability to appreciate? You are winning. You got some winning. Everybody will have won something. Are you protecting it? Do you appreciate it? God is watching you. Because if you do, then if you have seen some winning in the past, then you can never panic about the present.
Yeah. Amen.
Let me tell you something. The success of yesterday is a castle. It's a tower. It's a gate and a door against whatever will come in the future. The experience of success yesterday with humans and with God, the good experience, the good success that you've had, is a strong tower. It's a strong fence against the storms of tomorrow. Because when the storms of tomorrow will arrive, you say, shut up! Because I've dealt with people like you before.
Yep.
I've dealt with this circumstance before. You are not going to be the first nor the last. Therefore, in the name of Jesus, get back! And that will be the end of it.
Hallelujah.
It's like the more money you make, the more money you are going to make. It doesn't matter how things are, you will still make more. Why? Because the more money you've made is now a fortification, it's a fortress against the wind of change of tomorrow. Yes. So God is waiting to see whether you are going to use the success He's given to you last time, whether you are going to use it as a protection of today and tomorrow. You want God to come and be protecting you every now and then from everything. And God is saying, no, I gave you success. I gave you money. I gave you this so that it becomes your protection. It becomes your weapon of warfare. It becomes what protects affects you. It becomes the reason why you will be able to speak for yourself and tell problems. Like Jesus spoke to darkness and said, I'm going to turn you into light. So when problem shows up, you say to the problem, can I read you my history? On January the 1st, I had $10 in my account. January the 2nd, I had $1 million in my account. Therefore, who are you, poverty, to trespass against my property? Are you guys listening? Therefore, who are you, poverty, to trespass against my property? Or to trespass against my life? God has given you a winning. The passion, the intensity that you are going to put in the celebration of your success is going to be your protection. And it's also going to be the attraction. Your success is going to attract a lot of success to you. Your success is going to become the protection that you've been looking for. So instead of always running to God for every little thing, you tell whatever show up, let me show you my bragging right. Let me show you my badge. Vivian, are you listening to me tonight?
Yes, please.
Let me show you my badge. I was a corporal as of 1999. Now, I am a general. See my badge. See my pain. See the scar of the fight. I have a bragging right. Your success is your bragging right. And it's also your celebration. It is also your appreciation of high intensity.
Amen. Amen.
And the reason why God always want to ask you questions as though he doesn't even know you. When you are dealing with God, when he show up many a time, God will show up as though he's not God. You won't know. And he'll be asking you, what's your name? Where do you come from? You know, go and read the book of Job, what he's saying to Lucifer, to Satan. Satan, where are you coming from? How are you? Where have you been? As though he doesn't know where he has been. Mary Magdalene is seeing the person who is the undertaker, the keeper of the cemetery. Hello, woman. Why are you crying? What are you looking for? And that was the person she was looking for. Come on. Andrew started following Jesus after hearing John the Deepest said, that's the Lamb of God. That's the one that I've been talking about. And he started following. What did Jesus say? Why are you following me? What's the problem, bro? Get back. That's how supernatural being from heaven, that's how they speak. They don't trust you easily. They want to know whether you mean business. And that's the number 3. That's where I was going. Do you have high appreciation? Do you have intense celebration? Do you have the power to protect what has been given to you? And how intense is your desire to have something, to have it? Why do you want that thing? If God sits inside your spirit and inside your mind, if your mindset is just to have something, and after that you don't pay no attention, it doesn't mean anything to you, he won't give it to you. Because many of you are just running after getting a house, getting a husband, getting a child, becoming a billionaire, a millionaire, and when you got it, you lose interest in it. It doesn't mean anything to you. God will never give it to you. He wants people who will highly appreciate it. People who will use it for great investment. If you are going to be like this, all these things I've spoken, you will even become young, because God wants you to be young so that you can represent his government for a long time. If you are going to be like this, you will not easily be sick. You will not easily be sick. Because God cannot use a sick human being to do anything on the earth. God cannot use a poor human being to do anything on the earth. I hope you are listening to me. God cannot use a dead human being to do anything on the earth. He wants you, he wants you to be constantly youthful. That's why I like men and women who they are in their 50s, in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s. They look so good. They look so young. They dress like boys and like girls. They behave like teenagers. Even their sex life, they sex like teenagers. I'm serious. Not, hey, you know that we are now 50s. You know we are now 60s. I'm getting too fat. You know, I can't position myself anymore for you. And you are getting too big. Look at this, your fat belly. You know? Look at this, your fat belly. You know, it's disturbing me. Hey! I think we can do without this sex thing. And you begin to eat and sleep. No hobbies. No fun. No reading. Then you retire. It's even the worst. Well, you want to watch a movie. You want to read a book. He's snoring or she's snoring away. And soon have dementia, Alzheimer, then nursing home. And you are still vibrant. You are still shakara. You are still bam bam bam. Like the young boy say, pakam, pakam, pakam. You know what that means. Pakam, pakam, pakam. Bread on me. Pakam, pakam, pakam. You know, I told Vivian about when I went to work. I went to do a vacation job as a seminarian, and the treasurer of the church, he used to be a train driver, government train driver for so many years. He smoked pipe, Aaron English pipe. How he's from a place called Arochukwu. His name is Willie Oji. Him and Wakama Okoro, a barrister, a lawyer. They'll come and take me to Wakama's house, to the lawyer's house. And that's when I began to see how the big boys enjoy their life, how they live. They dress so good. They put young boys to shame. All of these men were in their 50s, 60s, and almost early 70s also. They wore nice quality, top-class diamond and gold rings. Their nails were well trimmed. They speak, you can smell the fresh mint of their breath. Even though they smoke cigars or pipes, they drank the best alcohol I've ever seen. Not cheap stuff. And you see the kind of girls they roll with. They're all educated people with money, not girls who are looking for money from them. Not women who are coming to look for money, to beg for. No. These are when they sit together, all those big boys and big girls. I could not that they are big. I mean, Mwakama was bigger. But I'm talking of when they sit together, they are discussing the contract that the governor is about to get. They all have powers. They all have powers in the corridors of powers. They have great influence and power and authority. We are thinking of you. You will pick that contract. You will pick that contract on behalf of all of us. We are all going to throw our money behind you. They are sitting down there. They are drinking their wine, smoking their cigars, not cigarette, and their pipes, and eating high-class food. And they are discussing who get the contract. Who is going to be repairing the road? Who is going to be doing this? Who is going to be building the bridge? Who is going to be building the school? From government to, I'm talking of government. They are all discussing it right there. And I was listening. I said, wow, this is quite different from the church world. Because when Willie, his name is Willie Ochi, when Willie come to take me from the pastor's house, he said, I'm going to take you out of this church mentality. You are too young for this. That's what he told me. I want to expose you to the real world out there. And whenever I reach, you tell all the boys, he told all the men and women in that to put money in my hand. All of them will write me a check or give me cash. He makes them give me money. He said, this boy need money.
Whoa, thank you, Willie.
Yeah. One of the men there was a British Airways pilot. Mas Yotwich, I think his name is Yotwich or something. He also smokes English pipe. He lives in London. Do you believe that man comes home every week or every 2 weeks? He flies home. He flies for British Airways. He was the first man to buy me a suit from London. He bought me a suit from London. High class suit. I mean, you see it. Comes with his shirts and ties and shoe and watches. Come on. I began to see how men lives. That you should never be old. To be old is an insult to nature. Began to see how real women live. I began to ask, what's the name of the perfumes in the house? What do they call the kind of food they were eating? Because I never saw that before. I began to learn. Say, this is how my life is gonna be. Like this men. Those of you outside of the church will call them Satan people. You know what I call them? Those are my angels. They knew where the money is, and they went after it and helped each other. And that's one thing I like about rich people. When rich people meet, they begin to discuss ways to make each other richer. When poor people meet, they begin to find ways that they can kill each other, betray each other, eliminate each other, poison each other. That's why I do not want to be among poor people. Now you guys know why. I will do everything in my power not to be among poor people. It's ridiculous. It's a betrayal of life. It's a sin against the universe to be poor. Run away from anyone who is broke. Run away from them. You don't need them because they are going to do you wrong. They are going to find way to kill you to even take the small one that you have. Run. Do it like Vivian will say it. Vivian has 3 alphabets. Run. In fact, it's sweet the way she will say it. Run.
Run.
Yeah.
You've been placed on hold. Please wait.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you. Just run. Yeah, don't let anything put you on hold. Run.
Yeah. Run.
Run. Poor people will do you wrong. Poor people do you wrong. Have you ever seen anybody with a Rolls Royce go to rob a bank? Have you seen it? What car do they always use to go and rob a bank?
No.
Stupid beat up cars that will be parked out by the corner of the street, and then they will walk into the bank and have somebody looking out for them. Come on. Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
God will begin to answer your prayers very quickly, beginning from tonight.
Amen.
Number one,
Amen.
what is the
Amen.
intention? What is the good intention and the right motive behind your intense desire for that thing? The passion to get a thing is different from the intention and the motive behind you wanting it. Yeah. The passion, I mean, the passion and the motive is quite different from the passion and the intensity you are putting into wanting a thing is quite different from the motive and the intention that you want. That's why people pretend. They will never tell you who they really are or who they are really mixing with until after the wedding. And that's why we say after wedding comes marriage. Because people just want to play. Another thing that God taught me this week is this. Human beings love hard life. They love it. They love hardship. Human beings don't care about hardship. If they care about hardship, 50% of everybody that live in Los Angeles and in New York, California and New York, they will disperse into the rest of the rest of the 48 states. As long as it makes people feel good, as long as there is enough people for them to mingle with, they will stay in one place. Even if they are suffering like crazy. People tell you, I live in New York, I live in California, I live in Texas, I live in New Jersey, I live in Pennsylvania, I live in Maryland, DC, Atlanta, Georgia, all these places, Las Vegas. They don't tell you the beating life is beating them up. They don't tell you. I live in London, I live in this, I live in Germany, I live in France. They are not telling you about the suffering they are passing through. They are flashing some euro or British pound sterling or the American or Canadian dollar. They are flashing it at you. In fact, they are telling you to come in and get your own share of the beating. That's what they are telling you. Come in. They don't want to tell you. They are not telling you what beating the hell they have to go through in New York train. They are not telling you any of those stuff. They are flash. They are only showing you a good side. They are showing you chicken. Chicken is plenty. Turkey is plenty. Pigs everywhere. You can eat until you burst. Rice, nothing. Hot dog, bread. You are like, whoa, I'm going there. Come on. They are telling you, come and get your share of the beating. Come. While you are being beaten, you are eating the chicken so as to numb the pain. You know. That's what we do. That's what we do in America. Yep. We eat to numb the pain and the stress. And we don't want to tell people outside Europe and America, we don't want to tell them the suffering and the stress. We want to flash them the money. They see the money. Wow. They don't know how much you are paying for mortgage or for this. For those who are not as smart as me, who don't want to owe nobody nothing. So we flash them the money. Yes, brother, I'll do your green card. Come on in. And when they come and see that they have to stand for 8 hours at Burger King to flip burgers, or McDonald's to flip all those things, or they have to stand, they will be drilled. They will do exercise before they start their shift in Walmart. Hey! They are like, brother, why didn't you tell me? Sister, why didn't you tell me that this is how life is? They are making us to do leapfrog in Walmart before we go and start our job. Come on. Yeah? In some of the job, if they give you 1 hour break, they minus it from your hours. If they give you 1 hour break, they already remove it from your hour. You don't have it. It's gone. And some people who come from other countries, they've been getting money from Western Union and MoneyGram from you. And now, and from people you give it to give to them, they've been getting computers. They've been getting cars. And now they come in to see how the job really is done. Hey! They are telling, brother, I think I have to go back home. I think I now have my green card. I think I'm now citizen. I can go back. I can always be coming back every year. So that you be the one to be giving them money. I'll tell them, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay here and get your share of the beating that I've been beaten all these years. Now is your turn. You were receiving money, money is sweet. Now see how that money is made, so that you can now appreciate it. You can pay attention to that money. Yes, especially some of you who have older brothers who have gone to marry 3, 4 wives. It's a good thing that you bring them in here, you know, for them to come and work, for them to come and have a job here. They can go on night shift. That's very good. Night shift. Night shift. Or morning shift, so that they wake up early in the morning, so that they do not have time to make babies. They now have time to work and see how that money is made. Yeah. They won't have time to be quarreling and beating up women, because now they're on their job. Let them go and fight the job. Yeah. Yeah. When they come back, they are so tired. Even if the wife come, hey darling, say, oh, get away from my face. Which darling? I'm so tired. This is what my junior brother brought me to America, to come and get this kind of stress and beat up. Eh? Say good. That's what all of us will pay the price. Now is your turn. Hey, hey. Igbo kwehe nyimba, Yoruba kwehe nyimba, Hausa kwehe nyimba, Fanteland enyimba, Eweland enyimba enyi. Yes, it's about time. It's about time. Yes, the Barbarian enyimba. St. Lucia, Enyimba, Trinidadians, Enyimba, Jamaica, Enyimba. Let the elephant go on marching, hey, hey. And the cows of Lizzie, hey, hey, tension, march, come on, wait, wait, wait. The cows have been fed with free money. They didn't know what to do with it. Lizzie was selling it to India, just like that to them. They are so happy. Now the cows of India, you can now come in and come and see how it is here. Come and get your own piece of the being. And see how it feels like to be a real cow. Now when those that we invite to come in to come and have a share of the being of life, when somebody will call them from India or from Africa or from somewhere else in the world, hey, brother, sister, can you send me somebody? Say, hey, come on. Even if it is the devil that sent you, tell them you didn't see me. You're asking me for money. Do you know how hard I work for money in America? Eh? Please, if you ever call me again, you see what I'll do to you. You say, ah, why are we quarreling? He said, come on. You better not call me anymore. They hung up the phone. Do you know how I work so hard to get $1? And you are calling me to send you, yeah. You are going for surgery. Surgery kill you out there. You know? You are going for surgery. Surgery. Thunder fire you and that surgery. Look at you. Why don't you go and sell your cassava land and go for surgery? Do you know how much I suffer to get $50? You want me to come and send you money? Look at your big old long mouth like a rat. Look at your mouth like a rat. And the person goes start telling the family member, what is wrong with our brother? I call him to send me common $50. Say, common 50? You call that common? Eh? Common? Are you serious? Do you know that before they pay me that $50, they've taken away Medicare, Social Security, what is it? Oh my God. Unemployment. By the time they finish taking everything off, how much is left for me? $25 or 20? And you are calling me to send you money. God punish you and your generation for calling me to send you money. And at that time, Lizzie, where are you? Where is Lizzie? Where's Lizzie? Where's our Lizzie? Yeah. At that time, Lizzie is sitting in a corner and say, "Don't bring me into your problem. I don't want to be part of it. Okay? I don't want to be part of it. You guys should deal with your problems." They say, "Is it not you that asked him to come here? Eh? Is it not you that asked Krishna to come down to America? We were all having it good down there. He was in charge of all the land and property. You asked him to come here and get a job in America. And now we are enemies." Lizzie will say, "Please don't bring me into your problem. I was just doing the family a good thing by bringing him in here so that he can work." And he said, "Work? Is that work? What they do here in America or Canada or Europe? Is that work? Eh? Is that a job? Where Christmas is one day, 4th of July is one day, New Year is one day. In India, they celebrate it for 1 month. If you don't know it, Christmas begins from September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That's when Christmas ends. It's feasting and enjoyment. And it is Lizzie's money that they enjoy. That's what they are doing. Mary sent us some money. Annie. Even Uzo yesterday that went to London. Uzo went to London. Just yesterday, they are calling Uzo to come and bring money. Uzo is cursing them in the name of the God of idika imeri. Uzo is already cursing their ass out in the name of the God of idika imeri. And when he cursed them, you know how Uzo's breath. You know when Uzo has the flu, he breathed very hard. He said, "Do you see how hard I breathe? To tell you how much I'm suffering in that London. Thunder fire all of you. You see how was my breath like this when I left Africa? See how Europe and America and Canada have turned everybody to a sufferhead. And at that time, Uzo would do a little dance and do a little dance. I was born to prosper. I was not born to suffer. One day this will be over, and that's true. And he will put some swagger on it and walk around his house and smile and say, the most important thing is that I appreciate that I'm now here in London.
I am now here.
I am now here. I don't care how it is. I'm now here.
Amen.
Hey. Yes. God wants to see how intense you are putting into what you want. The intensity you are putting in your prayer life, in your meditation life with the Word of God, in your fasting life. God is looking directly at the intention. The intention and the motive behind what you are doing. What you are going to do with it. How you are going to treat people. Beyond your suffering, how you are going to treat people. What you are going to use that money and that fame for. He's looking at it. He's also looking at how much you are going to protect it and how long you are going to appreciate it. Those are the things God is looking at. If God sees that what you are asking Him, you are going to use it for good intention, good motives, the answer will come quick. So think very clearly, because there are many of you, when once you are going to get what you have been praying and fasting and fighting for, you become arrogant. You become a fool. Not just that. You're going to use it to destroy yourself and destroy other people. One man was doing drugs so bad he was on meth and on crack. Anything that can crack somebody's head, that man has smoked it. Any new drug that come out, he want to experiment with it. So one day he went into a gas station and requested for a 6-pack of Bud Light beer. They gave him a change of $10. He said, I need Mega Million, no, I need Powerball. They gave it to him. He staggered with the beer and walked out into the night. Later on, in a week's time, he has won one of those things. He has won. His brother is a lawyer. He did not even know that he has won something. So somebody told him to go and check and see whether he won something. He said, no, I'll give it to my daughter. The daughter went and checked. It was him that won. So the daughter was thinking what to do. He now knew that he's going to lose his father. So he called the uncle. He called the brother, the senior brother of his father, and said, this is what has happened. What should I do? The senior brother said, call the police. So they told the police and they had a meeting. So they came and arrested him in his house and took him to, they told him they were taking him to jail, but where they went and put him was like in a hotel. He discovered that they were giving him food that he has not eaten for a long time. He can have the best drink. He was having a good time. So he asked them, he continued to ask them, what wrong has he done for them to put him in this kind of comfortable jail? He said he's liking this jail. Oh. This jail is very good because he has a good place to sleep. People come to change his bed. He has not made bed for a long time. Yeah. So they told him that, well, he has to be here until Monday when they will take him to court. That's when they will. He said, why can't he talk to his brother who is a lawyer? They said, well, according to the state rule, is your family member, he cannot be involved in this. In the case, he said he didn't kill nobody. He didn't steal from. He said that he knows that he drinks a lot, but he's not violent. They said, we know. He said, can he talk to his daughter and ask what the problem is? They say, no, you cannot. Just enjoy yourself. Whatever food you want to eat, just ask. They will bring it to you. So he just sat there and eat, watch TV, watch movies, order pay-per-view. They told him, you're free. He said, then, by the way, strike him. He said he called the policeman that came to him. He said, who is going to pay for all this food that he has been eating? Who is going to pay for these movies he has been watching and all this alcohol he's been drinking, some nice alcohol that are decent, because they refuse him to drink the bad thing that he's been drinking. He said, who is going to pay all this? They told him that the state will pay for it. He said, the state? How did you hear that somebody is in jail and the state is paying for his alcohol and paying for his food? He said, something is wrong here. Somebody need to explain something to me. So they told him, don't worry, on Monday. On Monday, you'll be told. Monday morning, his brother was in his room. And his brother told him, you are not in jail. We are trying to protect you from killing yourself. He said, kill myself for what? How will I kill myself? He said, you know that you are a dope head, pot head, crack head, meth head. Everything that is smokeable, you smoke. You've won the Powerball. And he said, I won the Powerball. He said, yes. He said, I'm going to call. He said, no, that's the very reason why we put in this place. Because he said, he's going to call all his friends for them to come and celebrate. They said, that's the very reason why we keep you here. So that you don't die the next morning. That's the reason why we keep you in this place. Because we know how stupid you are. That you are going to party until you drink and die. You smoke and die. So his brother took over. They say way they do it so that his brother now, who is a lawyer, became in charge of that money.
Power of attorney.
Oh yeah, they did it all there. They asked him to sign a signature. The dummy doesn't even have no signature. They have to thumbprint him. They have to thumbprint him. And they told him, you cannot go out in the street and tell anybody how rich you are. And because of it, we are moving you out of this city. You say, okay, now I'm rich. I can live good. They say, yes, for the rest of your life, and you're living this. You think you are going to enjoy this money? This money is passing on to every woman that you have pregnated all over the town and outside this city and in other states. They are all going to get money. He said, oh, no, no way. Magdalene cannot get this money. Magdalene cannot get this money. She treated me bad. Now it's time for me to treat her and show her. They say that is exactly why we put you here. This money is going to be put away in trust and in this and in that. We are going to buy several houses for rent so that this money you want to enjoy, but we want to make this money work for you. He said, all right. As long as you give me my money to do it. They say, yeah, this is how much you'll be getting, but it's not coming to you. It's going to your daughter. And your daughter will decide how to cook for you, how to take care of you for the rest of your life. He said, okay, I agree. That's how they were able to make that man not to kill himself. I'm telling you, that man will smoke and drink and die the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
How passionate are you to protect what you've been praying about, or what God has already answered? How passionate are you willing to protect it? Do you know the reason why God will ignore you, behave like he doesn't know you when he comes to you? Because he wants to know how serious you are about what you want, how passionate you are about protecting it, how passionate you are about celebrating it. Go and think about this tree tonight. Go and think about it. Today is your day. God has sent me to be an answer to your prayer.
Amen.
And God wants to answer your prayer right now. You know the reason? The reason is this. You have a strong and intense passion for what you want. Number 2, you're willing to protect it. Number 3, you're willing to celebrate it. Lift up your hand and begin to ask God for what you want and tell him about those 3 things that you are ready to celebrate for a long time. You are ready to keep that thing and appreciate it for a very long time. You are ready to fight for it for a very long time. Begin to ask God and say, because of these 3 things, you must give me what I'm looking for right now. Begin to pray. At the count of 1, 2, 3, begin to pray. If you want to pray in tongues, pray loud. Convince God that you really, really passionately want that thing. And you really, really passionately love him. Until Mary Magdalene showed how strong her love for Jesus was, Jesus did not reveal himself. How passionate are you about what you want? How intense is your appreciation of that thing for a very long time? You will not give it up. Tell God you are not going to give up what you've been asking about. Don't give up what God gives you. Don't give up what God gives you. If you will not give it up, then God will give you more tonight. Today is your day. Don't give up your Christianity. Don't give up truth. Don't give up the money God has given to you. Don't give up every good thing God has given. Don't give it up. Tell God, I will not give up what you've given to me. I'm not going to let so and so down. I am willing to fight for what God has given to me. Are you willing to fight for what God has given to you? Are you willing to fight for your dream and protect it like Joseph did? The quality relationship God has given to you with somebody who will die for you, who will stand up for you, who will count the last money in their pocket and give to you. Are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to fight for what you believe? That is working for you, not just what you believe, by ascribing to a creed. What God, the answer to prayers of yesterday, are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to protect it and appreciate it and celebrate it? Hey! Hey! Hallelujah. Nicole, are you on the line? If she's not on the line, Vivian, tell us what you normally say before we close.
About the
Again.
Okay, let's Nicole go on. Nicole, go on. We are listening to you. Where is Nicole? Okay, it sounds like she's not there.
I'm here, I'm driving.
Oh, you're driving. Okay. All right. Vivian, you tell us what you normally tell people about giving, about the ministry. Come on, let's go.
Yes, I want to encourage you again to continue to give to the ministry. We're doing good things with the monies that you've given to us. We want to encourage you to be a part of what we're doing, touching lives. And we want to encourage you to also give to the bishop. We want to give your tithes, your offerings, and your building funds. And we know you'll be richly rewarded. Thank you.
Good. Amen. Annie, go ahead, build on that. Build on that.
For the ministry. Okay. I also want to encourage us, all of us, even though we have listened, when we go back to listen again, please don't forget to like, share, and then comment on the video. They are very important.
Good.
Our testimonies are important for people to listen to and to come and see what we have been experiencing. Whatever we write, our comments, they encourage people, so please. And don't forget to thumbs up, like the video, and
Yes.
share with your friends.
There you go.
Amen.
All right. So I will see you guys on Sunday at 12 noon Central Time. When is the next Bible study gonna happen for the two groups? The prosperity makers and the wealth makers. Is it May 27th?
27.
The 25th for the prosperity and the 27th for the wealth.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Thank you so much. So I'll see you guys on and see you family and partners and friends of Idika Mary's ministry. We'll meet again on Sunday afternoon. Bye bye.
Thank you.
And do not forget, don't forget, you were born to prosper and not to suffer.
Suffer.